There's a subject I've been trying to explore in recent times. Is anti-Semitism or Igbophobia as it affects the Igbo people. The Igbo people do not know that they are victims of anti-Semitism, and more often than not, a good number of them become followers of anti-Semites. A local anti-Semite said something I found interesting recently. He has found the question of, or the subject of the Igbo's Israelite ancestry as a good avenue through which to attack the Igbos. And the first time he ventured to attack the Igbos through this by concocting stories about Igbo history that he obviously was not familiar with, and of course Jewish history, which he was totally ignorant of. We slammed him down and he steered clear. But the way he's coming in now is by attributing Israelite ancestry to a Yoruba group. And for God's sake, the Yorubas are very clear about their history. No self-respecting Yoruba will say that the Yorubas came from Israel, any Yoruba at all. No branch of the Yoruba. The lame story about Jews in the Ondo forests, we know how the story came up. An American who had never been to any of the airports or seaports in the United States made up a story that he was from the Ondo forests in Nigeria or in Yoruba land. Of course, we know that no such thing existed. So this guy decided to allocate similarities to allocate Jewish ancestry to a branch of the Yorubas by claiming that you saw similarities between Yorubas and the Jews. And the question he came up with, or the subject he came up with, was the Urim and Tumim. Funny guy. Funny guy did not know that the Hebrew word for light, Urim, is the same thing with the Igbo word for light, Urimu. Urimu. But unfortunately, he has Igbo followers, and these Igbo followers are lazy, and some are mean. They can do research and they don't want to read what others have researched. The Hebrew word for light is Urim. The Igbo word for light is Urim. But this anti-Semite had no idea of that. He was trying to find correlations between the divination, the Yoruba divination method and the Israelite divination method. Of course, they are not similar in any way. They are completely different. And I will close this video by repeating what I started with. The Yorubas are a very powerful, successful ethnic group. They have scholars in all parts of the world. Real scholars. I don't mean people who went and became pastors and are thinking that they know the Bible. I'm talking about people who have studied religion, Jewish studies, teach in universities like Harvard. They know their history. I have referenced many of them. They do not say that they have anything to do with Israelite ancestry because it just isn't real. The Israelites have a culture, the Yorubas have a culture. These cultures are living today. If you want to see the Israelite culture, look at Omenala and the Igbo religion and culture. Or look at what Jews do. Look at what Igbos do and look at what Jews do. If you want to study the Yoruba religion, look at what they do. We know that these cultures are alive, so for God's sake, let us respect ourselves. The time Africans want to be who they are has passed. Want to be who they are not has passed. One thing about the Yorubas make me happy. They don't claim that they are Israelites because they know they are not, and they have nothing to be ashamed of with being who they are. Thank you.